Hey guys, so today is day 3, and it's funny because I've never really done something like this before, and I keep thinking, what am I going to share? What am I going to talk about? What do I, want to get out of this most? And it's funny because I haven't had that problem yet. It's like every day I keep thinking, I know exactly what it is that I'm focused on, what it is that I'm trying to move past, and this has actually been on my heart since day one, even actually before day one, because before Bubba even passed, this is something that people were asking me, and something that I even battled with a little bit on my own, and that's being angry. And people keep asking, like, are you angry? Are you mad? Like, how do you feel? And I can honestly say every single time that I've answered that question, and even now, like, I'm not angry. When I think of all that we went through and all that we've encountered and battled, and even all that we continue to go through now, to get through this process, I'm not angry. I'm just really sad. And, I think that's something that is really important to hone in on, is suppressing that anger. I could be angry. I could be angry he didn't make it. I could be angry, that we didn't catch his kidney values sooner. I could be angry that we didn't check his blood work more and I wasn't forced to. I could be angry with the decisions that I made. Did I make the right one? Did I give enough time? Should he have come home sooner? Was he, depressed? What is the one? Is there one thing that triggered, why he didn't make it? And but that what if game is really dangerous. And I know that. I've known that my whole life. And I've really consciously had to remind myself, if I ever ask myself that what if question, I often tend to then start crying, is you can't do that because A, it doesn't fix anything. And B, it's really unhealthy and depressing and brings about anger. Um, I've caught myself doing that even this morning. Again, I woke up crying because I wake up and I automatically just start thinking about everything, what's going on, and why did it not turn out differently? Why didn't he make it? What could I have done differently? Did I make choices selfishly? Was I, insecure in making the right choices or caring for him at home? Did I leave him at the ER longer than I should have? And I can honestly say, like, although I have thought those questions, I made the decisions that I made because I felt like they were the right ones for him. I brought him in because I thought he was dehydrated and I wasn't getting enough fluids in him here at home, and that was crucial to his kidney values. When it was determined he wasn't dehydrated and it was something else, but we didn't know what it is, they could only administer those meds in the doses as often as they needed at the ER. And so it's like he needed to stay. And then as the kidney values weren't coming down, it's like, okay, well, we could do one of two things. We could give him, fluids that'll last 12 to 24 hours and send him home and hope for the best, or we could keep him here and give him fluids for 48 hours nonstop, and hope for the best. And, I made that decision for him to stay, to get those fluids. And, that's a question that I ask myself often is, is that what broke him? And I know it's not. I know it's not, but I'm not angry. I'm sad, and I'm not being angry because I know that it was needed. I couldn't get him those fluids at home. And so, yeah, I wish he had more time at home before he passed. And, I'm sad that he didn't, but I know that if I hadn't made that call for him, I'd have been wondering, what if I had? And so, it's a really hard seesaw of, asking the what if questions and moving past them, knowing that you made the decisions that you made because they were right in that moment of what you thought was best in order to get the outcome that you wanted. So the people who ask me whether or not I'm angry, I'm not mad at them either. It's a fair question. I'm going through a lot, and we are legitimately sad. We miss him a lot. Like, if even tonight when I'm having dinner and, it's that common courtesy of if everybody orders a drink, wanting to do even a simple sweet toast, and it's kind of being at a loss for words, and me raising my glass and saying, here's to day 3. I don't want to be here. This is not somewhere I want to be. I don't want to be celebrating Bubba being gone. And I started to cry even at dinner, because it's like, that's not something to celebrate, but it is too, because it's like we've made it this far. And every day we're learning how to make it another day. And it's not our preference, and we miss him a lot. But, we're getting better and we're getting stronger. And, we're loving through it all. We're not angry with anybody. We're so grateful for the doctors that spent time on him. We're so grateful for all the technicians and nurses who loved on him. And, I know that he knows how much I loved him, and that I fought for him. And, I made every decision with the best interest in mind of what gave us the most hope. And, so it's trying to not be guilty as much as, the human side of you wants to feel guilty. I know it's not my fault. I know that this is just the course that it takes. We're not meant to live forever. And animals do tend to have shorter lifespans than their owners. But that's how this world is it is finite. There's a beginning and an end, and then afterwards, we get to live not in pain and not, in this human body that suffers. And I know everything's going to be okay, and I'm earning my own forgiveness because I miss him so much, and I feel like I let him down. But I know he knows that I tried so hard, and I know I tried so hard, and I know how much I love him and always will. And, every day I can tell you I'm going to wish that things turned out differently. But I think that's an important piece of healing is, accepting that it's not your fault, and not being angry, because anger is a really hard thing to let go of. And I'm not angry. I'm really sad. And that's all I can tell people is, I'm not angry if you ask me. I can wish forever that the outcome was different, and I can wish that he was still here, and I could just, not be going through this. But, I know that's not the case. And, there's a different reason and outcome and plan, and that's what we're figuring out, what we're going to get from this long term, to heal and to share. And, today was a great day, and we didn't take any naps, which is a huge progression, not because we weren't tired, but because, people just genuinely didn't let us. We got to go over to my sister's house and hang out with her and my nephew and her dog and cats, which Chloe was very intrigued by and extremely tired after. And then we went into work. Well, actually, I went into work, and she got to play with her cousins, and it was really productive. And, it felt good to have that break in your mind, because, you are focusing on something else. Not because you're forgetting what you're going through, but, it's that compartmentalizing and realizing, you can't be sad forever, nor do you want to be, because it's not a good feeling, to be sad and walk around with that heavy heart. I miss him every minute of every day, and I love him so much. And, he was my best friend and my comforter, and the person, not even the person, just who I felt comfortable with. At the end of a long day, sometimes it's hard to talk to someone or, just be with someone, and it's like, your dog is your best friend. It's the one who doesn't judge you, who, despite all your imperfections and your crazy schedule and your stress level, they just want to be with you, and they want to be present and love you and let you know that, you're their favorite person. And, so it's hard not having that, but I'm so grateful for Chloe, who, loves me just as much unconditionally, and, has really just been ever present through this process. I know she's sad. I can't imagine, what it's like to lose a sibling without any warning and not being able to understand what happened. But she has just loved through all of this, and I know she's amazing and just will continue to blow me away and be so amazing. So it's a process of learning and forgiving yourself and, not being angry, and helping other people realize that you're not angry and you're just sad and you're healing. So, that's what we're working through right now, is just getting past being so sad. It's a process, and we're a lot better than we were yesterday, which is even a lot better than we were on day one. Um, I don't know how long it's going to be. Tomorrow we could wake up and not cry once in the day, and that would be wonderful. Not because we don't miss him, just strength happens in different stages for different people. But we're gaining that strength, and we're sensing it, and being able to just talk about him in public and see other people and not cry nonstop constantly is progression. So that's where we're at right now. Day 3 has been a lot better. It's still hard, but it's a lot better. And we're becoming more aware of our emotions, and working through them too, because it is easy to be angry. I think a lot of people would understand if I was angry. It could be validated. You have a right to be angry, but we're not angry. We're sad, and we are missing him, but we are so grateful, and we are very full of love for all the love that's constantly surrounding us, and the love that we got to share with him. And that's our message just throughout it all, and that we just want to continue to share. So thank you so much for your continued love and support. I know the messages just keep pouring in, and we're so grateful. We are doing better. I can't say we're okay yet, but we are doing better, and I know it's only going to get better. And so that's what we're working on, and that's what we're grateful for, is knowing that there is another side to this, and that's where we're going to end up. So thanks so much, and we will continue to keep you posted. Thanks.